And morning, welcome to this devotion. There's a story about Death walking towards a city, and a man asked him, what are you going to do? And apparently Death says, I'm going to take 100 people. That's horrible, said the guy. Death went on his way. So the guy ran ahead of Death to warn the town. And he got there and he told everyone that he could about Death's plan. At evening 4, he met Death again. And he said to Death, you told me you were going to take 100 people. Why did you take 1,000? I kept my word, Death responded. I only took 100 people. Worry took the others. Now, I couldn't help but smile when I heard that story. And as I was smiling, the smile slowly disappeared off my face, because I realized that there's a little bit of truth in that, because anxiety and worry is one of the silent killers that really causes mayhem among us. And if we stop and think about it, it's actually something that's been around for the ages. Both Jesus in teachings in the Gospel of Matthew, and Paul in an ancient letter that he wrote to Ephesians, was trying to tell people not to worry and trying to give them advice on how to overcome this problem of worrying, this problem of anxiety. And here we are 2,000 years later, still worrying about the same thing. I wish there was a quick fix to sort it out. How we manage worry and anxiety differs between people. And saying I'm just going to stop worrying isn't the solution. Sitting around at home, allowing the thoughts just to run over in your head again and again, watching TV, binging on whatever you binge, doesn't sort it out neither. It doesn't help at all. The anxiety just keeps replaying and replaying in our mind. And there's an old saying that goes, to manage anxiety, the saying goes, the thoughts you resist will persist. The thoughts you resist persist. And many people try not to think about anxiety. Many people try not to think about what's worrying them, and that doesn't work, because the thought you resist persists. Anyway, there's some good advice in sorting out anxiety. The first thing is to unpack and understand what is causing the anxiety, what is making you worry. Think about it and analyze it and understand the source of your worry. The next step I would advise is actually think back to where you had that same sort of worry, that same sort of anxiety, and how you overcame it, and how it passed, and the world didn't fall apart. Do those things. And another thing is, get busy. Clean up, go for walks, take the dog for a walk. There's enough I hear my neighborhood barking every time I try and do one of these. But go for a walk, do exercises. And of course, in the letter that Paul wrote to the Ephesians, he wrote that beautiful verses 6 and 7 in chapter 4. He said, don't worry about anything. No matter what happens, tell God everything. Ask and pray and give thanks to Him. Then God's peace will watch over your hearts and your minds. He will do this because you belong to Jesus Christ. God's peace can never be completely understood. Please understand that sharing your anxiety with people around you, sharing your worries, also makes a difference. And I honestly hope that the Spirit of Jesus will guide you not to be free of worry, but that the Spirit of Jesus will guide you to find peace despite your worries, despite your anxieties, or despite the worries and anxieties that are loaded on you, and that you will find peace without them going away, that amidst all that load you will find peace. Till we meet again, God bless.